Welcome to week 2, 1 year to change it all. I've had 14 days to change it now, and honestly, I think I'm making good progress. I think we maintained what we were doing in week 1 and kind of kept that pace throughout week 2. I have noticed that I'm starting to kind of lose time to work on the business. It feels like maybe I need to juggle my time better. That one I'm still kind of thinking, so trying to figure out a situation for that and get that working. But it's tough as well. I don't really feel amazingly rested, which I did say in week 1 as well. So I think rest is something that I've got to build up and work on again. How can I get rest without sleeping more? It seems crazy. Of course, there's ways to get rest without sleeping more, but I need to find time to do those also. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I think this third week is going to be a lot of finding out what time juggling kind of things we can introduce to better manage what we're doing. But it's also tough because, I mean, I have self-doubt. I sometimes get the sense that I'm not doing enough, which, I mean, I'm doing small steps and I think they're going to add up over time. So I think I've just got to keep going at this same pace. And I think, you know, it's 14 out of 365. I've got to keep that in mind. Like day 14, I've already accomplished so much on probably like a clean up my life mental kind of shift. And we need to keep improving that. But there's so much time left. And honestly, I think it's going to be fine. So I think we've got to keep that trajectory going and we'll be good. I am happy that I've set up a new background for the YouTube videos. It's not perfect. Obviously, I got a lot of shadows. I got a lot going on at the moment. But, you know, we're going to get a fake natural light. Yes, we're going to get a fake light that gives us the impression that we're getting natural lights. So we won't have to have the blind open. So we're not going to get all this going on. But we did at least move our desk around, so we don't have to look at, you know, I think there was a few cracks in the wall. There's a wardrobe there. So we're making small steps on the videos as well. Hopefully they'll be more entertaining too, that we are going to aim on that eventually. But for now, it's kind of just getting the summary of the week out. We did have some good accomplishments. And like I said, I have just been sticking with it. I've been doing additional steps each day, even if they're small. I mean, yesterday's step was literally just like relaxing, like how to make sure I'm getting enough relaxing. Like I had a whole day yesterday to relax and I did. I felt great after it. Today, I felt a little less relaxed. And I think that's probably been from going to gym this morning. I went really hard at gym this morning. So maybe there's a gym drawback as well, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. It's been great to quit corn, if you know, you know, and stop doom scrolling. That has made the biggest change so far straight away. Like I have just, confidence wise, like energy wise, like don't get me wrong, there's a bit of a weird hormone challenge as I kind of adjust again to what life was like without those doom scrolling and corn, but I think, you know, we're making a really good change in that direction. So as my body adjusts, that'll be difficult, but I am feeling overall better. There have been setbacks though as well. More rest, more rest. I wrote it in here, I wrote it in my journals entries, I wrote it in last week's journal entries, like more rest needed. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to introduce that's going to make the feeling that I have that I'm unrested go away. But I think we make small steps, kind of starting off with like, we introduced meditation last week, and I think that's going to be a good mental rest. I think there's a physical rest though. I think there's an actual physical component to, you know, I'm really sore, my muscles are really sore. I think I'm adjusting to the time, like the waking up at 6, going to bed at 10. So I don't think that's too bad yet, but we're going to have to try and get more rest. In saying that, I feel like I have no time already. I feel like I'm always doing something now, which isn't horrible, but it may be the way I've been thinking about it is if I introduce specific rest time. Oh, that's hard though, because then it's like you have to rest during that time. So if you're not resting during that time, it's wasted. But look, once again, day 14, plenty of time left. So maybe actually that's a good point. Maybe I feel like I have no time, but I do actually have the time still. We're gonna think about that. We're gonna think about that. But I do feel like I need to work on the business that I'm doing slightly more. It's basically gonna be, it's gonna come from a recovery point perspective and a fitness perspective, a health nutrition perspective, and it's gonna be pushed forward through my Instagram page, Recovery with James. But at the moment, we're working on a product of all knowledge, of all my experience, of all my schedules, training, blah, 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 that I can basically just be able to sell for, you know, I don't want to exploit people. We're gonna just get the content out there, sell it for what I think it's worth. And hopefully we can make some money on the side, and hopefully I can end up doing that full time. That's my goal. There's been one more setback. I am struggling on the bulk. It's happened. I've hit 88.4 kilograms this morning, which is insane. When I started bulking, kind of, and I've done a few cycles, you know, bulk cut, bulk maintain, and I started probably last year realistically at 70 kilos, I think it was. So to be 88 kilograms now is wild. And we're gonna hopefully get 1.6 more kilograms. But I say hopefully because I am losing my appetite. I feel more so than I ever have that I'm actually struggling to eat protein, eat the amount of carbs that I need to eat the fats that I need to eat. It seems like a lot. Like I'll make the meal, I'm ready, I start eating the meal, I get like halfway through the meal, and there's not even like I can force myself to get through this. There's it's coming out if I put it in kind of thing, and that's silly. We're not going to do that. So we just got to keep an eye on that. Hopefully we can get this 1.6 kilograms done and start drawing that back, start getting into a healthier diet. That would be really important. So this week, if I can get to 90 by the end of this week, that would be perfect. If we start going down and we can't quite get there, well, I think we just got to start, say we got to 88.4 and like start drawing back anyway. We'll see. I did do some journal analysis again this week. So there's steps in good directions. I'm proud that I keep creating these videos, that I keep creating the daily videos. I'm not necessarily focused on improvement of the content at the moment. I'm just trying to get the content out there, trying to let people know what I'm doing, trying to hopefully inspire a little bit of other people to do their own thing and kind of go on this fitness, nutrition, health journey, life-changing journey potentially. So we'll see, we'll keep pushing that for a bit. Content will be in the future, like actually upgrading the content that we put out. There's going to be, there's not going to be, there was sleep fluctuation last week, I think mainly from the heat and the food. It was quite hot. It looks like it's gonna be hot again this week, hot again the next week. So we're gonna just chuck our fan on, pray, maybe introduce like a wet cloth or something for the forehead. I don't have an aircon that reaches that side of the house basically. And we're going to, recovery needed once again. So we're going to work on recovery. I feel tired. Medication? Good Lord, no. Meditation to counter the tired mind, hopefully. And then we need to introduce some physical recovery. I did have things like, sauna, cold plunge, sunlight, stretching. I do have stuff incorporated. And I will incorporate things like the sauna when I begin to cut. And that's going to be a massive one. I think that's like, it just gets your muscles feeling nice. No time to work on the business. So week 3, we're going to have to try and get some thoughts down, get a page down, get 2 pages down. I've basically got 2 pages. That's all we had from this week business-wise, which is a great start. It's the first time I've started, but we need to at least, I think, hopefully get another 2 pages this week. That would be solid. I do have an overall sense that I'm doing the right thing. I'm making the right steps. It's a slow process. It's a year-long process. But I think if I keep doing these things, we're on the right track. We're going to get there eventually. We have 1 year to change it, and we are going to do that. So stick around for week 3.